Hi guys, TisNessie here, and today I'm going to be doing a movie review. And I've decided to make one because, as you guys know, I'm a huge Beauty and the Beast fan. If you guys haven't checked out my Beauty and the Beast video of where I went to Casa Loma, took the costumes from the live action movie, I will put the link over here for you guys to see, or it will be in the link in the description below, or somewhere. It'll be at the end of this video, no matter what. I am so excited because I got to see the premiere of Beauty and the Beast the day before the movie came out, and I am going to tell you guys about what I thought of it. And unfortunately, you guys, there is going to be some spoilers in this review. I have done this for all my other movies. He's trying to chase my shadow on the wall over there. I can't really talk about a movie unless I spoil it, but then again, who hasn't seen the movie, the original? You guys click away if you guys don't want to know about the little things that are brand new in the new live action Beauty and the Beast. So here we go. We're gonna start with the negative. A few little things about this movie that kind of bothered me a little bit. Maurice is no longer an inventor. Now, Belle is the inventor. I had read that Belle was now an inventor, but I thought that she had learned things from Maurice that made her want to be an inventor as well. But instead he's a painter. So, I don't know. I mean, he does like do some little knick-knacking stuff with like a music box, but it's not really something. And plus, Belle even says in a song that he's a painter or an artist or something like that. So I didn't really like that they changed Maurice's backstory because that's what made him odd in the first place. Which leads me to my next negative thing. Maurice doesn't have any reason to be considered crazy when he goes to Gaston's tavern, other than the fact that he's ravaging about a beast and that it is snowing at the castle, even though it's June. So yeah, I guess if somebody did come into a bar and started raving about this kind of thing, I guess so. I guess that would be considered a little crazy, but whatever. I am a huge Emma Watson fan. I absolutely love her as a person. I loved her in the Harry Potter films. I loved her in Perks of Being a Wallflower. Unfortunately, though, she didn't do the greatest as Belle, and I'm speaking from somebody who Belle is my absolute favorite Disney princess. I know that she loves Belle as well, which kind of makes it hard for me to rip on her because, like, she tried, but her voice sounded so auto-tuned and so pitched. It brought me back flashbacks from the Disney movie of Into the Woods. I know that probably everybody in the movie was auto-tuned in some way, or at least pitched a little bit. I mean, because, like, not every movie can be like Les Mis, but it got to the point where it was annoying, and I was actually kind of glad Belle didn't get a solo. Which is kind of sad to say. There were a few points where there were lyrics from the original movie that they put into the new one that didn't make sense. For example, when during something there, Beast actually says that she didn't when we touched, she didn't shudder at my paw, but they never touched. I don't think anyways. And when he does, or at least when he did, I completely forgot about it because it became a completely different scene. It became the soup scene. So it was a little weird for me. It didn't make sense to me. Also, during the infamous Beauty and the Beast scene, I didn't really feel like it was a very magical moment. I was just like, oh, whatever. Like, I don't know. Because, like, the dancing seemed very mediocre to me. I mean, like, I know that, like, in the animated version, it's not very much going on. I mean, like, half of the song, they're having dinner and, like, they're showing the ceiling and whatnot. But still, it's a very iconic scene, and it makes me sad that it didn't really reflect on me that much. Who knows? For all I know, I could watch the movie again and I could be crying or something. But I didn't really cry at that moment, like I thought I probably would. Also, unfortunately, like with the connection between Belle and the Beast, one is putting down LeFou being gay. Meanwhile, it's a movie about a beast and a girl falling in love with a beast. Like, that's totally bestiality. And unfortunately, and like usually I was just like, whatever. This movie, I thought it was kind of weird with the fact that Emma Watson was giving these lovey-dovey looks to a beast until the library scene, because they did a zoom in on his face, and he actually started to look a bit more human, and after that I started to kind of feel something for them. During the Beauty and the Beast scene, Emma Watson, I noticed she puts out her hand like she's expecting the Beast to take it, but meanwhile the Beast is supposed to put his out first. I don't know, I think to me that just seems like more of a gentlemanly thing, because you know he's supposed to be like this and then she takes it, not like take my hand. Gaston could have been a bit more douchey, or at least more full of himself, because it seemed like his only goal was to marry Belle, which yes, it is his main goal, but I feel like he should have been a bit more full of himself. Like, why would she want to reject a face like this? He did become self-centered quite a few times, but he didn't really, but I feel like he was more concerned about the fact that, like, why wouldn't Belle want to marry me? Why doesn't she want to marry me? She should marry me, instead of like, how could she resist this? Gaston in the original is a lot more self-centered, and this guy wasn't so much. There were a few scenes where things felt a little bit dragged out and didn't really seem necessary. I mean, they were interesting, but at the same time I was like, can we just move on with things? There's a bit of conflict between Belle and Maurice about her mother and how she died, because he would never tell her why she died, and then she got Beast to take her to Paris through a book. I feel like this could have been like a deleted scene or something, because it was interesting but didn't really feel relevant to the plot. The only reason why like I felt like it kind of needed to be there was because I was like, it just added more to Belle and Beast's like relationship and friendship together. That's like the only reason why I would think they would include it, because otherwise it feels like it's like a fan fiction or something. One thing I didn't really particularly like was that Chip had a few more scenes than I feel like he should have. Like, he's the one who alerts Maurice about the house being enchanted. Why would the kid tell him that? Like, I get like because movie, but I don't get it. I didn't like it, because like I thought it was more funny in the original, where like Lumiere just can't shut up because that's Lumiere's character, but meanwhile then there's Chip and I'm like, is he just an idiot? I don't know. Like, why would he tell the person that he's not supposed to talk to that he's not supposed to talk to them? I don't know, that does sound like kiddish, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. I also didn't like that they blamed the Beast's attitude on his dad, who we never even see, really. The beginning scene, I didn't really like it too much. They said when the Beast was trying to apologize and whatnot, he wasn't saying anything, nobody was saying anything, and it just kind of was like, but he didn't do that. What? On to the positive things. This movie was exactly what I imagined Cinderella should have been. I knew that Cinderella wasn't gonna have any singing or anything like that, or I was kind of hoping it would, but it didn't. I was so excited that Beauty and the Beast was gonna have singing in it, and I'm still so happy about that. Very glad that actually they included Costanza, I think that's his name, because at first I was like, oh, that's like a nod to the second movie that no one ever talks about, The Enchanted Christmas, and with Maestro Forte. Of course, Costanza is nothing like Forte, and he and the wardrobe have a relationship, and it's so cool. I'm really glad that the wardrobe actually had like a reason, like she had more of a backstory, and same with Mrs. Potts. Gaston is a lot more murderous in this, which I was actually really surprised. I'm not really sure if this is positive or negative, because he doesn't scream murder in the original movie, but it does make him very, very heartless. Like, I was just like, instead of killing the Beast with a knife or a sword, he actually kills the Beast with a gun, and I was like, well, that makes sense. Why didn't he have a gun in the first place? The movie actually did fix a few of the errors that didn't really seem to make sense in the movie, and in the original, and I didn't think they didn't make sense because movie until this one came out, which I'm kind of glad about, but at the same time I'm like, I actually started sobbing during the Beast song. The song is very well written and I love it. It doesn't seem like it fits very well, but it sounds like it's perfect for Beast's feelings. Belle is leaving, because I was a little disappointed that they weren't including Home and If I Can't Love Her from the musical into the movie, but I'm glad with what we got because, first of all, like I said, I didn't like Emma Watson's voice too much for Belle, so I'm kind of glad she didn't get that. But they did actually incorporate home in the background. Like I had to listen to it, and they did incorporate it in the score of the movie while Belle's looking in the room, and I was very, very happy about that. The costumes were fantastic, which I already talked about before, but I was kind of a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to see very many costumes because there's so much detail going in with Costanza's costume, with Lumiere's costume. You guys, if you guys watch my video, you guys will see whoever was in costuming put so much effort into these costumes only to be seen at the end very, very briefly. With LeFou being gay, I was never against it in the first place because I thought he probably could have been gay. I mean, other than the one scene in the original where he starts to adore over the girls. Him being gay is not shoved down your throat. It's actually comedic relief. The whole time I was just like, I love you. I want LeFou as my friend. I also love that LeFou actually had a conscience with Maurice and with the whole thing that's happening. If you guys are going into a movie expecting to see the original movie, I would say go and watch this movie. It's great, but keep an open mind with some of the things because some things may bother you, but they're very minute things. Chemistry between these characters are amazing. I absolutely love this movie. I will definitely be buying it. Even if it was bad, I probably would have bought it anyways because I'm like a slave to Disney. If I were to rate this between 1 and a 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the greatest, I'm gonna have to give this a very generous 4.5. I'm not saying generous because just because like I usually don't think highly of very many movies, but this one is amazing. It hit my expectations, but at the same time it exceeded it. Comment down below, have you guys seen this movie? What did you guys think of it? Did you guys love Emma Watson's singing in it? Who would you guys would have casted instead? Did you guys hate Gaston? Did you love Gaston? Tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think about it? Also, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more videos just like this one, or I have a wide selection of different videos. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this channel, but if you guys want me to do more movie reviews, comment down below or give me a like. Do something. Message me on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram. I don't have Tumblr. Well, I do, but I don't use it, so don't message me on there, I guess. I love you guys so, so much. Keep calm and sparkle on.